Good evening, everybody. It's Carl. We're in the bathroom. That means it's time for a shave. I'm back to work tomorrow after 2 days off, so I need to get pretty for the bosses. Well, what are we using tonight? Actually, before I start all that, hope everybody's doing good, enjoying their week. It's Wednesday, hump day, almost to the weekend if that's what your work schedule is. For some people, today may be their first day off, or today may be their Friday or Monday. No matter what it is, I hope you're doing well and you're having good shaves. Alright, so what are we using tonight? Well, goofing off in the Facebook groups, there's a lot of pictures of Dovo Shavettes. So I decided to pull mine out and go Team Silver. So we're using the Dovo Shavette. I've got a Perma Sharp blade in there, third use. For pre-shave, I'm going to be using Cremo. I've already got it on my face. I'm fresh out of the shower. I've been using this for about the past 3 shaves, twice with the regular and once with the cooling. It actually really makes a difference. I've also shaved my head with it as a standalone shave cream. Really slick, really nice, doesn't clog the razor. It's cheap, it works, I'm happy with it. The original, I don't know what the scent is. I get a little citrusy smell off of it, but it's very mild. But it's very slick once it gets wet, so happy with that. For the brush, I'll be taking the inaugural voyage with my very first synthetic. This is a group brush from Straight Razor Honing Group, handmade by Danny Schulman. He's a great guy. Check him out if you need any razor sharpened brushes made. He makes them handmade, various knots. This actually is a Tuxedo 22.5 millimeter knot, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, look at this. He did a bang up job on these. It's hand turned wood. It's got an acrylic polish on it. Sticker with a group name and year, and then the number on the bottom. He did a short run of about a dozen for a couple of guys. We approached him to see if it was something he would be interested in doing, and if he could do them in batches, in case the rest of the group wanted some. And he did a bang up job, so I'm excited to use that. And the soap today is going to be the Erasmic stick. This is something I've never used before, so I've got 2 new pieces of equipment today. Hopefully I can get a good shave out of them. Not super impressed with this just right out of the box. It's got a kind of a funky, just general soap smell. But the stick itself is very hard. It's not like Arko or any other stick that I've used before. It's very firm. It may be because it's old. But when it came packaged, it was wrapped in wax paper, and it had this little stand on the bottom. When I took the wax paper off, flakes. It actually was kind of nasty. It looked like skin flakes. If you've ever dealt with a lot of old people or people who have skin problems, skin kind of flakes off. You can see it floating in the air. Same thing here, and then it cracked. I was going to just rub it on my face, but it cracked as I tried to put this back in because it fell off during shipping. As you can see there, it's kind of falling apart too. So what I decided to do is, while I was in the shower, I took that little piece that fell off, put it in my scuttle, soften it up, and we'll press it into the bottom. So I've got a little balloon water here. So we'll wet the face, activate the Cremo, and then see, I've got just a little piece in there. I'm gonna just kind of press it in so it doesn't flop around too much. This is my first use with the synthetic, so if I'm not mistaken, you don't have to soak these, right? You just kind of get them wet. And let's see what kind of lather we can build. Hands are all slick from the Cremo and the soap, so. Well, what's new and exciting? Wednesday, another weekend of mine is coming to an end. Back to work tomorrow. 2 more 12s, and then I'll be off again. So that'll be nice. Been a nice relaxing couple of days off, just been taking it easy, goofing off in the Facebook groups, watching a lot of YouTube videos. that's really about it. Nothing super exciting. Getting tons of email from my realtor about houses, so that's kind of neat. Although about 8 emails a day gets kind of old. This soap is super foamy. It's lathering for sure, but it's super airy. So I'm gonna go with that and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's pretty thin. The brush is soft. I like it. Pretty stiff knot. I think this is gonna be too airy to use, but we'll see. Alright, so this is giving me grief so far. It's looking like it's not gonna, excuse me, it's not gonna thicken up. Very dissipaty. That's not super exciting. Let's see if I can get through a pass with this, and if not, we'll change to something else. This is the first time I've ever had this problem with the soap. Maybe I didn't shake the brush out enough. I don't know. I'm not real happy with the soap so far. Whether it's user error with a new brush or what, I'm not sure. The soap is not being my friend, so I may just rinse this off and start over. Which I think that's what I am going to do. So give me a second and we'll see if we can't get this figured out. Well, here we are back at it, and I decided to beat on this little sliver of soap with one of my board brushes. And if you can see it, I'm still getting a really airy, dissipating soap. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't want to stick around. I don't know if maybe it's not enough water, too much water. I'm not that much of an expert. But it's really disappointing. So I'm going to try one more thing. See if we can salvage this shave. Rinse my face off again. And we're going to try this. Just do a stick application and see if that works. It's unlike any other stick I've used before. You know, usually when you use Arko or something like that, you can really see it getting left behind in your whiskers. But this one is not at all. So I don't know what the deal is. It's a hard soap. There we go. Maybe I it just didn't have enough water in it. You got to treat it a little wetter than Arko maybe. But now it's starting to stick, at least stick in my beard. And also this is about 2 or 3 days worth of growth. I had my past 2 shaves I did in video. The first one was Shavette Saturday. I tried to video it, but I couldn't get it to upload. So I don't know what was up with that. And then I did a shave on Sunday night. No, Monday night. I did a shave on Monday night. I played with my Mercury Future and had a decent shave. So a little water here in the old Badger, and we'll see what happens. Now that looks a little better. Not Badger, synthetic. Thick and pasty. You know, if that Erasmic stick turns out to not be a nice soap for me, I'm not too worried about it. I don't know, gave $1 or $2 for it, so it won't be a terrible loss. And it doesn't have a great scent, so it won't hurt my feelings any if if it doesn't become a regular use of soap. But it's getting a little better. I guess I've just been lucky in my shaving career. I haven't had to fight with the soap so much. Holy smokes. But I will say this brush, soft. Soft. Very nice. Mr. Schulman, if you ever see this, thank you very much for a really nice brush. Still a little airy. It keeps wanting to dissipate. Big bubbles, big bubbles. I'm really kind of getting tired of fighting with this soap. Alright, we'll see if I can get through a pass. If not, I may switch to a DE. Just because I can shave faster with a DE. I've got the soap lather, I don't want to waste it. I got a feeling this isn't going to work. Try not to go too fast though, because then you cut yourself. So, going to be kind of a quick shave, I think. Not a ton of talking. But, we were joking around in the Facebook groups about shavettes and different colored Dovos, and I think we decided that today is Dovo Wednesday, which is kind of funny. But we were joking around about the color of the scales, and then they got the fancier Dovos with the olive wood scales. And then I had to chime in just because I've got the old standard, you know, silver scales. But it's good. And I also found out that they used to make tortoise scales for these, and that's a good looking razor, but they're discontinued. So no tortoise for me. All right. I got no soap left on my face, so I'm just gonna do this to finish the pass. So if any of you out there use Erasmic, have good success with it, comment below, let me know how to use it. I know not, you know, everything you buy is going to be a winner or a favorite, but I like to at least be able to use what I have, you know. Luckily I got the Cremo as a base layer and it's keeping everything pretty slick. But I don't want to rely on that alone because there's not much cushion after it's been kind of wiped off, you know. You get the slickness, but there's no cushion to it. Alright, so I'm going to change plan of attack, and for the second pass I'm going to try something else. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back again, and I just decided to go with the gold standard Arko. Should have just done this in the first place. Beautiful lather, second pass with the Dovo and the Perma Sharp, and probably by now there's no Cremo left. Alright, second pass. But you know, all things considered, I got a pretty fair first pass. So I can't complain too much. Yeah, that was just weird. I don't know what the problem with that was. Need to mount the camera a little lower. I keep losing the shot, I think. Good. Good, good. All right. Last pass. This video is going on too long. So all right, I think that's it. Let me get rinsed off here. Well, interesting shave. Hopefully I was able to salvage that a little bit. Video won't be too crazy. See what the old alum says. Man, my alum is looking pretty rough. Maybe time for a new one. I've had this one since I started back 3 years ago almost, so it may be time. Let's see. A little bit on the neck and the mustache, I think. But all in all, not a terrible shave. Not the best shave I've had, but definitely not the worst. I didn't cut myself. So that's it for tonight, y'all. Sorry it was kind of a mess, but that's how it goes sometimes. But at the end of the night, I got a shave. The bosses will be happy. I'm happy because I got to, you know, shave and sit here and kind of chit chat with you. Well, sort of. But anyway, I'm going to finish off with a little lotion and probably some witch hazel, and we'll call it a night. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great weekend, if I don't see you before the end of it. Get out there, spend some time with your friends and family. Most of all, have a good night. God bless.